I wonder what discoveries await us further in.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
Passage here? Truly, there are secrets around every corner.
Pray keep your wits about you. We'd need them to go barging in.
New piece of equipment. We must try it on at once.
It ought to tip the scales in our favor.
I shan't let them harm you.
Let my magic grant you an elemental reach.
That was well thought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. This door will keep its secrets till we find the key.
We must needs find the key.
Isn't it about time we had ourselves a meal? Oh, what I wouldn't give for a bowl of hot stew. The sun descends. Night will be upon us soon.
We shall have to rely on our other senses as the darkness robs us of our sight. There's something down there. Is it safe to descend? Perhaps this has no bearing on the matter, but might I add, our party contains an abundance of sorcerers.
Enemies weak to magic will rue the day they crossed us. Rather valuable, this.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search.
There's no debilitation a curative cannot mend. Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest!
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded. Oof. My pack's grown rather heavy.
Well, let us make haste for the nearest town. I'd rather sell our pickings at market than toss them aside. We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Or so I've learned.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses. Here we are.
Patrons, connoisseurs, friends, my humblest thanks for joining me here at the unveiling of my collection's crowning jewel. There is much more I should like to say, but the anticipation is apt to kill me should I stall another moment. Let us gaze upon the sculpture now. My word! 'Twould appear I overestimated your ability. How dare you claim my gold for a clumsy attempt such as this? You have shamed me, and shall ne'er again know my patronage, Fulvio. Now gather your things and begone from my sight!
A dispiriting conclusion. 'Tis a shame how the sculpture turned out.
We'd all hoped for a better outcome.
I swear I'll wring that incompetent sculptor's...
I know Clark wasn't pleased, but that was the best I could manage. I shall strive to improve, and perhaps one day he'll think better of me. I know Clark wasn't pleased, but...
Come to think of it... To think... There will be so many full... arisen.
We might be able to slip into the Forbidden Magic Research Lab through the rear entrance. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
Well, now. Now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way. The creature's corpse will serve us well.
You cut quite the hunter's figure.
We're better prepared than we might have hoped. What we need is already to hand. Here we go again.
Give no quarter!
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
I knew it to be so.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
I've a few scrapes and grazes, but nothing serious.
I'll encamp the same spell, and we'll overwhelm our foe with our combined magic.
power surges within me. This place offers a view of the sea.
I see no reason to approach. Best we keep our distance.
We have what we need to deliver, do we not? Let us find the intended recipient.
A simple word of thanks would make our labours feel worthwhile.
I quite agree.
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment. Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Or so I've learned.
The so-called Forbidden Magic Research Lab appears to have been constructed rather recently.
That does seem to be the case. What's more,
If that is your destination, we... cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
Starved. Wonder what's for supper tonight. I only pray my watch finishes without it.
What was the missive that just arrived?
Oh, you know. The usual. From Vermont, bound straight for the archives. Not to be opened.
Another one? What is the director up to? Well, never mind that. Did we get any other deliveries today, perchance?
Surely you're not expecting another one of your love letters. Why, just the other day, you were warned not to use this address for personal correspondences. You really mustn't be so imprudent. Need I remind you that if word of our activities here was to get out, we could be shut down.
Yes, yes, I'm well aware of that, thank you. Now come, enough gossiping. We've work to be getting on with.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
No, this is all wrong. What use of pitiful fragments such as these? What we have achieved is sufficient to sway the pawns. But when the time comes to fell the dragon, I fear it may not be enough. Lord Phasus insists we shall succeed, and yet... Ah, a new hand, are you? Have you some business with me? Why? 'Tis an Arisen's. This is incredible. I've never seen such a luster. But why do you possess such a thing? Where did you obtain it? No, never mind. 'Tis of no consequence. All that matters is this. With this alone, I shall be able to craft a superior godsway, the finest of all created to date. I must make haste that I might deliver it to Lord Phasis even a moment sooner. But wait, no. I have not the worm's life crystals to restore it. Confound it all! Oh, don't be ridiculous. Do you even understand what you are offering? Worm's life crystals can only be obtained from drakes. But I suppose I am in no position to decline, even if 'tis a fool's errand. Lord Phasis is satisfied with the God's way as 'tis, you see. And as I can expect no support from him, you can expect little aid from me. Though I suppose 'twouldn't do to send you away entirely empty-handed. Feel free to take what you require from the laboratory. Now, as I've said, worm's life crystals can only be obtained from drakes and their ilk. Seek one out and fell it, if 'tis within your power. All the better if it happens to be a lesser dragon. You would be solving two of my problems then. Yes. Is there aught you wish to discuss? I suppose you can be forgiven for your ignorance, as 'tis not common knowledge. Lesser dragons are those spawned of the forbidden arts. 'Tis said that an Arisen is born when they are chosen by the dragon. Lord Phasis hypothesized that the reverse might also be true. He believes that the power of the Arisen, and thus the Godsway, could be employed to call a dragon into being. I'll spare you the details, but in essence, this experiment resulted in the creation of lesser dragons, so named because they pale in comparison to the true dragon. Of course, the common folk could never tell the difference. Inferior beasts they may be, but their capacity for causing chaos and destruction is still impressive. Our only real mistake was in thinking that we could control them with the Godsway. 'Tis quite impossible. Most were disposed of immediately, but a small number managed to escape. From what we gathered, one of them decimated a village as it passed overhead. We've not kept track of them, so I couldn't tell you where they might be hiding. Considering the lack of turmoil, I assume they've made their dens far from settled land. Even if you cannot locate a lesser dragon, all is not lost. Worm's life crystals can be obtained from other drakes as well. There's naught for it but to start searching. Bring me whatever you can obtain. Yes. Is there aught you wish to discuss? I'm afraid I'm no more equipped to answer that question than you are. I've not the slightest inkling where the beasts might be lurking. Perhaps you might ask the Oracle for advice. As I understand it, she is rather knowledgeable on the subject of dragons. Yes. Is there aught you wish to discuss? Then I wish you good
Why is Vermont funding our research? What do they have to gain from it?
I don't know. Truth be told, I've ne'er asked. But I heard a rumor that 'tis all part of a plot to put the prince, though I suppose he's the regent kin o'er there, on the throne.
What? Where did you hear that rubbish? How's what we're doing here bear any relation to a scheme like that?
'Tis only what I heard, but you're quite right, it doesn't make much sense. I suppose 'tis a rumor best ignored, after all.
I do wonder what the director's plotting, but... frankly, as long as Batal is left out of it, I don't rightly care what he gets up to. We must find more manuscripts on this topic. Pleasant surprise, me.
Wait for the new equipment to come in.
Sir, are you the Arisen? Aye? Then you must have been to the Argamon ruins. I heard a rumor that a Medusa was seen there. Is it true? Because if so, that means 'tis no mere creature of legend, but a monster as real as any other. Know you the legend of the hero Danaus? Well, one version of the tale claims the hero's foe was a Medusa. The legend is inscribed here. You must take it and read it for yourself, sir, seeing as you've witnessed a genuine article. think that the Medusa was more than a creature out of legend. What I wouldn't give to catch even a glimpse of...
We'll see if you can escape me a second time.
Who are you supposed to be then, eh? Quit staring. Wait, you're one of the ones that came crawling into our hideout. Yeah, ain't funny really. But seeing you's reminding me of that bleeding runt's face. I'm talking about Hugo, of course. Didn't you hear him sobbing as we left? Lanzo, why? Boo-hoo! Bet he's still crying over it, eh? Like a babe without its mum. Of course, Lanzo's already forgotten about the poor sod. Was right glad to be rid of him, truth be told.
That blackguard. Oh, it tells me there's more to his tale. Not sure I can stomach it, mind.
Hugo's been following Lanzo around ever since he was a kid. Wouldn't quit it neither, even when it got him a beating. Still, there's a use for whelps like him. Guards aren't like to throw a brat in jail for pocketing a few trinkets, eh? They can earn their own living that way. When one shop starts getting suspicious, they just move on to another. Easy pickings for a kid. And having a few whelps along makes setting up in a new town a trice. The guards don't suspect a thing. But Hugo had gotten too big for that, see? We'd run out of uses for him. Well, save throwing him to the dogs so as we could make our escape. Hard to believe the lad never figured out we was using him. Real loggerhead, that one. Did he ever tell you his story? About how his parents were killed by brigands or some such? Couldn't be more obvious who that was, eh? Ah, his mum was a comely lass. Don't remember a thing about his da. We roughed them up, had a bit of fun. Emptied their purses and the like. Lanzo slit their throats himself. 'Twas hard not to laugh, watching daft little Hugo grow up, hanging off Lanzo's bootstraps and never questioning a damn thing. We've a new hideout now, over on the ancient battleground. Aye, I ain't afraid to tell you that. I might owe Lanzo a favour or two, but not enough to rot in here for him. In fact, why don't you go pay him a visit, eh? Ain't right that I'm the only one in this hole. With a new hideout now, over on the... Ain't fair for me to be the only one...
What do you want now? What? He said... What? That can't be right. But... if he did that to me, then what about all those kids? He can't have killed all their parents too. No. Tell me it's all a lie, damn you!
Want some in a real battle? I'll prove my worth. Fine. My knees have been acting up a bit.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.